Hello, this is Algebra 1, Lesson 7, and this lesson covers the opposite of number and simplifying more difficult notations. All right, so we can use the concept of the opposite of a number to help us simplify more complicated expressions like these. So if we look at this first one, what it's really saying when it says negative 2 is it's saying the opposite of negative 2. So if we go to negative 2 right here, the opposite of that is going to be positive 2. This one is saying the opposite of negative 2. So if we're at negative 2 and we go to the opposite of that, that's positive 2. And then we go to the opposite of that, we're back at negative 2. The easiest way to do this is just to remember that two negatives next to each other cancel. So those two cancel each other, and now we don't have any negatives, so it's positive 2. In this one, two of them canceled each other, but we still have one left, so it's negative 2. In this one, we've got 3, so 2 of them will cancel each other, and we'll have one left, so that one's negative 2. Very, very easy if you just know that 2 cancel each other out. All right, simplifying more complicated notations. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for any negatives that are together and negatives and positives together. If we have a negative and positive together, right, this positive doesn't mean anything. It's just going to be negative 4. Right here we have two negatives together, so they cancel each other out. So now we have positive 5. This one's just a positive 5. This one we have two negatives together that cancel each other out, so we end up with positive 3. And then this one doesn't have anything to cancel it, so it's just going to be negative 6. Now we're going to find all our negatives and add those up first. Okay, so negative 4 and negative 6 is going to be negative 10, so that's like we owe $10. And then we've got our positives, plus 5 and plus 5 and plus 3, so that's 10, 13. And really that's just saying 13 minus 10. Or we owe $10, we make $13. Once we pay back that 10, we're going to have 3 left. So 13 minus 10 is 3. Easy peasy. All right, let's try another one. This one we've got two negatives together. They're going to cancel each other out, so we're just going to have a 3. Don't get confused by these brackets. They're just the bigger size of parentheses, okay? So they're not scary. We're just going to find all of our negatives. 2 cancel each other out. We're left with 1, so that becomes negative 2. And then over here we have 2 that cancel each other, so that becomes positive 3. So we've got a negative 2 and 2 positive 3. So positive 3 and positive 3 is going to equal 6. And then we've got our negative 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. These look confusing, but they're really, really easy once we learn that negatives cancel each other. All right, so here we have 2 negatives that cancel each other, so we end up with a positive 4. This one is just a negative 2. Here we have 2 that cancel each other, and we're left with negative 6. All right, so here we've got 4. And then we've got negative 2 and negative 6, which would be negative 8. We owe $2. We owe 6 more dollars, so we owe a total of 8. We pay back 4 of it. We're going to be left with owing $4. Or we can look at it and say these signs are different, so we subtract. The 8 is more than 4, so the sign is negative because the 8 is negative. All right, on this one, it's just going to be a negative 4. So remember, if there's a negative and a positive together, just get rid of that positive and keep the negative. When we have 2 negatives together, they cancel each other out, so that makes plus 5. This one's just plus 5. Here we've got 2 negatives together. They cancel each other, so plus 3. And here we've got the 6, so minus 6. I feel like we just did this one. So we've got negative 4 and a negative 6 is going to be negative 10. And here we've got 5 and 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. So we owe $10. We get $13. We have to pay back 10 of it. So now we only have $3 left. All right. Go ahead and pause the video and work those practice problems, and then I'll work them for you. Okay, so hopefully you paused the video and ran through those practice problems. Now I'll work them for you so you can see the answers. All right, so this first one on A, we've got two negatives together right off the bat right here, negative and negative, so that makes that be a positive 3. And this one's negative and negative, so that means that's a positive 4, so that's just 3 plus 4 is 7. Easy peasy. This next one, we'll disregard that, and that just makes that be a negative 5. And then here we have two negatives together, so that is a positive 6. Really, that is 6 take away 5, which equals 1. Or we owe $5, we get $6. Once we pay back that 5, we're going to be left with $1. All right here, that would just be negative 6. These two negatives cancel each other, so we're going to have a positive 8. This one is a positive 7. These negatives cancel each other, so that's going to be positive 3. And then there's no negative to cancel that, so that'll be negative 5. Now I'm going to find all my positives. I've got 8, and I've got 7, and I've got 3. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 8 would be 18. Now my negatives, negative 6 and negative 5 would be negative 11. 18 take away 11 would be 7. We owe $18. We have $18. We owe 11. We pay it back. We're left with $7. All right, this next one, there's two negatives, makes a positive. Here we can cancel that one, and we're left with negative 4. Here we can cancel that one and that one, so that makes positive 6. So our positives are going to be 6 and 3, which makes 9, minus 4. Our answer is going to be 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. All right, that was super duper easy. Hope you thought it was easy too. Thanks for watching.